So you think you found your twin flame, and then comes along someone else that's giving you another connection that feels also similar to the twin flame connection. In this video, I'm going to break down the twin flame connection and help you understand if it's even possible to have more than one twin flame type connection. Hello, fellow flame. In case we haven't met, my name is Dr. Harmony. And in this video, we're going to talk about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, the concept and the idea of, can I have more than one twin flame? A lot of people are starting to believe that they have found their twin flame, and also based on the history of the twin flame connection, we are taught that it is just one person. And obviously, it is twin for a reason, because twin does mean two. And while there is a concept of having your one person that connects to you and your perfect match, and that is your mirrored reflection at your highest, greatest version of you, there is a possibility of having energetic connections with other people as we quantumly entangle and go through this portal of energy that is allowing us all to become one. So ultimately, this journey, this twin flame journey, is about an ascension process where you're activated and your dormant potential awakens to magnetically tap you into higher and greater abilities within yourself. And so technically, you really need to think about the whole world is your mirror reflection. And the relationships you can have with anybody is a mirror of the relationship you have with yourself. So you're going to attract people that are going to reveal to you the reflection of your true self, whether it's twin flame or not, and know that because of this, you're going to magnetize towards you through the laws of physics and the laws of quantum energetic connections of energy bonds. You're going to attach to you the people, the places, the experience, and the things that you need to help you wake up and discover you. Typically, not one person can echo all sides of yourself, except for your twin flame, because they will be your equal and opposite mirrored reflection to point you into the complete opposite of yourself that you've not seen before. And not just a fragment of you, which some people will activate, but like all of your parts will come into one. So really what that means is to grow and evolve, it's going to be very important that you consider every experience that you go through and person as someone that's helping you learn lessons to find these parts of yourself. And I've been calling them spiritual teachers that are helping us to come into something greater than we could have done alone. And so you have a soul plan. You have it mapped out for your journey. And to know as you awaken in this ascension process, your soul is becoming very magnetic. And therefore, you're attracting, as I said, the encounters that's not just for what you need for your evolution of your soul, but it's also helping you connect with people and partners that are in soul agreements, that are contracts that you've made to bring balance to the karma, so that you can bring yourself full circle and create that oneness within yourself. And so if you're blocking the process and say you're staying stuck on a very specific person and you're not allowing yourself to expand past that, you may be blocking your evolutionary growth to complete contracts and agreements with other soul partners. It doesn't mean necessarily this particular person is not, but if you close off to that and you're not going on with your journey, you're blocking your own ability to bring things full circle. So the first thing I want you to think about in this journey is to see everyone as your teacher, to allow yourself to step out of the norm, to step out of conventional, and to step out of everything you've learned, such as the labels. And so if you haven't watched my Lose the Twin Flame label video, make sure to check that out above or below so that you can learn more about those details there as to why that can keep you stuck in the past. However, when it comes to this journey, everyone's journey can be different. And if you're stuck on it all being one way and just like everything that's out there, and you're not opening yourself up to this opportunity to learn and grow from everyone that crosses your path, then you're being stuck and blocked in old patterns, old programs, old timelines that is keeping you from moving forward. I have found it crucial to remain open to seeing my reflection through the learning of the lessons from each of my Ascension teachers. In addition, what I have found is that if I don't get it from one teacher, I get another teacher that comes along and teaches me the same thing. And in that process, then it becomes a stronger lesson, a greater smack. I have to go through more, and it's trying to get my attention. So I can tell you from experience, I've had enough twin flame type connections and encounters that the energy of that process, that it's energy, it's been inside of me, and in that I can find and see that that dance takes place and within me. And then everyone migrates and comes to me and interacts with me in the ways and the experiences I need to find the balance in myself. So it's so important to stay open to all the teachers. That is why it's so important for you to become your highest version and to focus on you. And so that is why I've opened up my beta launch for my Accelerate Your Ascension that can really help you tap into what's next for you and what your identity is, and be able to walk in power in all areas of your life so you stop giving your power away to this experience. And through this mentorship program, I've been helping clients really awaken to their power and the aspects. And we just kicked off, and it's already been super phenomenal. So I really invite you to check that out below if you're interested in getting signed up in my live coaching program that will help assist you so that you can confidently walk forward in power and set your intentions to be free of your past through the live coaching, the community, and online courses. So the second point to think about in all this, when you're trying to really discern if you have your twin flame in front of you, is to know that they're going to be, as I mentioned, your direct mirror opposite. And that could be very confusing because there's so many parts to this that align energetically that help you be able to learn from these teachers. But one of the ways you can discern between, and I'm going to use a soulmate as an example here versus a twin flame. So in a soulmate connection, they're going to be more of your equal. Meaning they're going to have, it's going to be harmonious. They're going to have the same desires as you. They're going to have the same needs as you. You're going to, be able to come forth and harmonically align for a specific lesson for each other, and then talk it out, and then help each other, grow through it. Very amicable. But in your twin flame connection, what that's going to do is could be like coming from like an equal within yourself of the equal type of lesson, okay, or the same lesson, but you're going to need something opposite from the lesson. For instance, you are both needing to work on boundaries, and one needs to give and one needs to receive. What I see a lot of times is the one twin flame that typically is kind of the runner has been giving themselves away to other people and not setting their own boundaries, which is actually the reflection of also you. However, you've been working on boundaries. You've been working on the idea, I deserve better. I need better. I want somebody to give to me. I want to receive. So now one's needing to set a boundary, one's needing to be open to receive. And so what happens is that's the same lesson, and the contrast in that means that you're reflecting to the other person, your twin flame, or whoever it is that this is happening with. You're reflecting the idea that I'm ready to receive. I need this within myself I'm deserving of it. They've been giving themselves away, and now they can't give you what you need, because they need to choose their own needs, and they need to set their own boundaries, and they need to stop showing up and giving themselves away. So now in the contrast, you're open to receiving, you want to receive, you feel deserving of receiving. They can't meet your need because they have to stop doing what they've been doing all along. And you're reflecting that to them, whether they know it or not, or whether you realize it or not. So now they're pulling back, and you're deciding, I want it. I want to receive. And so now in the contrast to that, that's repelling energy, and that's putting you in this checkmate with yourselves and then stalemate together. And so in that case, space is required. And therefore, if that's the case, it doesn't align with your needs. So you need to move forward regardless of the label, regardless of who it is, with what you need, and be open to move in the direction that you are receiving. So the third thing is this is bringing balance to your polarities. And so while this looks like it's between the two of you, it's a reflection of what's going on inside of you and your own contrast between your ability to set a boundary and being open to receiving. And the goal is that you learn how to bring a neutral point between the two. And this is actually balancing your own inner masculine and your own inner feminine. When you fully bring these into balance, both need to happen at the same time in this neutral space, meaning you may not be learning the lesson anymore. It might be with a different person, different experience. You don't need this to take the same action. But what I have found is you're learning it from one side, meaning you got to set the boundary, and then one side you got to stay open to receiving. And usually, as I said in the last example, you're learn how to set the boundary. You needed to set boundaries, then you set them. Now you're open to receiving and being open, but you're not getting your needs met. And so then it puts you back to the other side of like, okay, well, if I'm not getting my needs set, I have to set a boundary. And again, that's bringing balance. So one of the suggestions I have for you that'd be really cool for you to watch is Why Your Twin Flame Keeps Coming Back. It's a video that I'll put a link up here above or below for you to check out. But that is going to help you understand how that contrast creates the polarities that creates the inner dance, the inner resistance in your own masculine feminine that now is reflecting outward the experience you need to create that dance within yourself. So as you can tell, it can be definitely very confusing. And if you're interested, let me know in the comments below, because I will make a video on the idea and the concept of understanding the energetic connection at the chakra level, so that can also help you identify if it is truly a twin flame from the actual twin flame that is putting you in this sense of harmonic balance within yourself and all of you, and how you can navigate that to bring that into a physical union or reunion. Otherwise, it's usually just a part of you that somebody's reflecting. So, often it's easy to mistake a soulmate or a karmic partner as a twin flame connection because they're still energetically connecting to you. And in addition to that, ultimately it doesn't matter, about all these connections as much as what you decide you want in the connections, and also how many times you want to go through this to get what you need to get to yourself. Because you ultimately, in the free will of that, get to decide if you're going to navigate this and keep that door open for all the teachers, which is something I have done that has really helped me navigate this inner union, which, by the way, welcome to everyone that says they're on board with me for learning how to create inner union this year, which is my goal in all of this content that I'm putting together for this year, that you can find that inner balance within yourself. So as we know, technically, you only have one twin flame. However, you can have more than one twin flame connection based on an energy type flow of how you navigate it as to how everything around you navigates. So it's going to be super important you learn how to trust yourself, learn how to trust this process, learn how to let go, learn how to stay open, learn how to unattach to all the past and the experiences that are blocking you from going forward, okay? So make sure you like, comment, and share the shine. Make sure to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram, where I'm beginning to share more content about my process and my journey. And I will see you in the next video. May you always face your fears, find freedom, and glow forward on fire. Namaste.